Maybe you've started a drawing before using only contour lines or outlines, only to get back to where you started to find out that your drawing is completely whacked out and not accurate at all. Well, in this lesson, I'm going to share with you how you can eradicate that forever. And it's all about drawing with basic shapes. So let's take a look at how this works and create a couple of drawings. Shape in terms of art is an enclosed line. So we know that a line is a moving dot. If we take a line and close it up, we've created a shape. Pretty simple. All subjects can be broken down into simplified shapes. Piecing shapes together allows us as artists to replicate the complex shapes of the world around us. Now, there are basically two types of shapes. All shapes will fall into one of these two categories. The first types of shapes are called geometric shapes, and these are shapes that have names and some form of simplified math can be used to find information about them. Most organic shapes are the result of nature. They're typically the shapes that we see in nature. That's why they're called organic shapes as opposed to geometric shapes. By combining geometric and organic shapes, we can draw anything. We need to look for the simple shapes within the more complex shape of the subject, draw these shapes lightly at first, and then draw the contour lines or outlines. So our first drawing exercise is going to be to draw this stapler. Why a stapler? And the reason why I've chosen a stapler is because there's very easy geometric shapes to see here. Now, I've made this a little bit simpler for you guys. I have already picked out some shapes there. So we're going to spend a few minutes and draw this stapler using geometric shapes.
Now, I like to find an initial shape to kind of work as an anchor shape. And for this, I chose the rectangular shape on the left side of the upper part of the stapler. Using this anchor shape, we can start building additional shapes off from it. You can see I've curved off the top part of the stapler, added that extended rectangle from that initial shape, and then added a couple more rectangular shapes underneath it. And as we add these additional shapes, we can use them as additional reference points and make changes if necessary. We'll continue working our way down to the bottom portion of the stapler, again just piecing shapes together, making comparisons with the shapes that we already have on the surface. I'm drawing very lightly and loosely here, just getting these initial marks in place. We can be more deliberate with our marks when we draw the contour lines or outlines. With the larger shapes in place, we can focus on the smaller shapes within the larger shapes, and then we have a nice structure of the stapler in place. You can use a little bit of light erasing there to get rid of some of the initial graphite lines if you want, but then our attention turns to the contour lines. So now we're drawing the actual outlines, and you can see I'm doing so more deliberately with a heavier mark. Now when we do this, we need to consider the line quality or line weight when we're adding the marks. We want to add some variety to our lines here, so some of the lines are going to be a little bit thicker and others are going to be a little bit thinner. This will help to create the illusion of form and light within the scene without adding any actual shading at all. So by creating our shape drawing initially, our contour lines just naturally fall in place and we can concentrate on the actual lines that we create, making a more interesting drawing. That's accurate as well. Now, let's take a look at a second example. We'll draw this spray bottle. I'm going to start here by drawing a circle, leaving enough space at the top of the picture plane to add the additional shapes. From the initial shape of the circle, I'll draw the shape at the bottom with a couple of smaller triangles on each side, and then we'll just build up from our initial circle, again making comparisons between the initial shape that we drew and the additional shapes that we draw here from that initial shape. So as we work our way up from the bottom of the bottle, we can continue to make comparisons with the smaller shapes. Now, for this example, I have simplified the bottle down into the most basic shapes that I can see, made up mostly of triangles and rectangles and squares. And we can just gradually build each one of these shapes up. So by concentrating only on the shapes, we're drawing very simple shapes here to build the more complex form of the spray bottle. You can imagine if we started with contour lines, it would be very difficult to ensure accuracy. But because we're breaking things down into these smaller, easy to draw shapes, it makes accuracy a whole lot easier. And now that we've got the basic structure of the spray bottle in place, we can do some light erasing with a kneaded eraser, and then we can concentrate on the contour lines or the outlines. And here again, since we've got our basic structure in place by piecing the shapes together, we can concentrate on the actual lines that we're creating to develop these details. We can create variety in the line so that our drawing is more interesting and looks more three-dimensional. We can add the details with confidence because we know exactly where they belong within the drawing. And we can do so with deliberate marks because we're confident that the structure of our subject is accurate. Now, I've created both of these drawings using just line, but if you wanted to, you could always go back and add some value and shading to make your subjects appear more realistic. So just because we're drawing with shapes initially doesn't mean that you have to finish your drawing with these bold lines. But you can, of course, if you want. Now, drawing with shapes not only ensures accuracy, but it also improves your speed. You'll notice that you get faster at drawing just by breaking subjects down into the most basic shapes that you can see.
Now, this video has just been a basic introduction to drawing with basic shapes. But if you want to go deeper, then I suggest you check out the class Drawing Bootcamp 2.0. In this class, you'll learn how to see as an artist. Now, this is not just drawing textures, but it's the whole shebang. We cover everything from drawing with line, how to piece shapes together to create complex imagery, and how to use value to create the illusion of form, and of course texture, and we put everything that we learned together in one final drawing. Now, this class features over 14 video lessons that are all presented in real time so that you can draw along, and it features over 14 hours of video content walking you from concept to concept in a slow, easily digestible pace. If you want to check out the class, Drawing Bootcamp 2.0, or any of our other classes and courses that we offer at thevirtualinstructor.com, just look for the link in the description below. Now, if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below if this video helped you out. If you want to check out 3 of our course videos and ebooks for free, I'll leave a link in the description below for that as well. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I wish you all the very best in your artistic success.